down, especially if you're the main caller. It gets tough. Actually, evidently we're on Gully Wash and not Sunshine, so okay.
We've been lied to, Mela. That's all right. You're Gully Wash. Probably more one of my favorite maps to watch compared to Sunshine, so I'm happy about this. Already coming in this first mid-fight here. Black Swan really need to change some of that from that last map, and that's going to be a first trade here. High Five and Trip both going down, so it's a 5-on-5 still fighting on this mid. Yite hitting some nice pipes actually onto the scouts up there. Yite, Zilly's going to get one frag on a Jinx, and this is everybody completely getting taken down inside of Black Swan. I mean, they get High Five and aim, but otherwise, minus the 1v1 scout frag. I mean, yeah, not really going to get anything in that. So a full wipe from Black Swan, and that is not the start they wanted to this map.
Yeah, Black Swan, they just sat around too long on their side. They just weren't, no one on their team made that play that could just open up some sort of positional advantage. So Svift, they slowly crept across the point. Early on, you saw Yite was basically playing on the point, Zilly getting aggressive, pushing across, and Black Swan, they just didn't recognize in time that they had nowhere to go except they needed to get out and live. They tried to hang on for too long, and because of that, the whole team gets wiped. So now they are going to be holding last here. Defensive off classes are on the field. Jinxed putting up that sentry gun as Svift gearing up. Looks like they want to go for the river push here with the soldiers, actually. Soldier into water, so Zilly's going to try to get that cap time as aim launches in with the Uber. Zilly fighting a 1v1 under point against Demo. Demo's so weak. Meanwhile, gun down, aim able to claim a frag. No, somehow staying alive as that Soldier River finally going down as Fruit, and aim just doing his best to clean up here as minimal players remaining on the side of Black Swan, and desperate attempt coming out from them, and that's going to be the first round here on Gully Wash to Svift. To valiant defense from Black Swan, but well played to Zilly. That Soldier under River made a huge effort. He distracted the Demo for so long, eventually getting the pick. Aim, good Uber, they took out the gun, got another frag on the other Soldier, so just a well-executed push by Svift. Not much for Black Swan to do as they're heading into the second mid here.
Yeah, Black Swan, I mean, that last mid-fight, complete disaster. So they need to change something for this one. Ether, he needs to stay alive, at least for a little while in this mid, being protected by his team. But again, for going down so early, not getting anything for it. A bit damage, maybe. Finally, they get a frag on a Zilly, but they've lost 2 players to do that. Aim jumping around as well. It's a big bomb here by the Soldier, but he's not really hitting anything. Trip, he's getting aggressive. Their positioning seems fine, but maybe their DM's just not up to stuff because they're not getting frags.
Yeah, Ether getting out there with just by the skin of his teeth, but yeah, somehow aim early on got 24 damage, the most minimal rocket damage kills at the beginning, so just free frags on the stat sheet for him, and just massive damage coming out of Black Swan. They're trying to get out of that choke, but they're all playing around that the boxes, and just the amount of spam damage coming in is huge. Yite doing so much, and Zilly as well, and just makes it look easy when aim just launches 2 rockets from across the map and claims a couple frags. So now in a situation where the Ubers are even as the medic over on Black Swan. That's Cheris, a man who gets hyped up. See if he can find any moments to get excited here. It's been rough for Black Swan so far, but certainly not out of it yet.
Yeah.
He's going to be creeping here.
Already 3 minutes. We're only 3 minutes into this this round, and already it's a 1-0 now. So the sniper is up, but there he goes, getting taken down. Zilly with that stab onto Midas, but a good pipe by Ether. It's just going to be an off-class for an off-class trade. 1-for-1 there. I mean, not super impactful. I doubt we'll see anybody push off that, but if they can get a couple extra frags like that one under Fruit, that could change things here. Svift now with 2 players down on the enemy team. They send a Soldier in, but bot mode does eat a nice rocket from Trip, so him getting taken down means it's probably going to call off the push. Didn't really get anything for that bomb.
Yeah, pretty crucial frag there from Trip at the end is going to stall everything out, but look at these Black Swan Soldiers are so aggressive in lobby. They keep peeking Fruit, maybe a little too far in that previous play onto the patio, but that's a play I like to see from Black Swan. They're just trying to find the opening here, and going down 1 is not horrible when you're defending here on Gully Wash last. This is, of course, one of those maps that has a long history of failed last pushes, so off classes here on the side of Black Swan. Once again, Midas shot ringing out on the river, but not going to get any frags, and just going to try to get one onto the Soldier. At some point here, Svift, they're going to be trying to go for the play of their own. That's bot mode. We'll see what he wants to do. There actually could be a fight here. Body shot onto Midas, but he's going to live with 35 HP. Swift gathering up in the river. This is the best angle, really, for the sniper to peek. The amount of times you'll see a sniper jump on that little, I don't even know what it is, that little
like
sideways shutter pull, and then get the headshot under the medic when his head is just in between the 2 other pulls. So we'll see what Svift can do here. Bot mode, a lethal sniper, and especially lethal one on land, apparently. He had that huge kill streak the other day, but actually, point time in the body shot. Oh, man. Dangerous situation for Fruit. He took so much damage from bot mode. A pretty interesting play there, a smart one from Svift. just sending high five onto the point, bot mode watching the ale, but now Zilly down, that's Jinx with the frag, opening it up. Midas just walks into the trap, going for the miracle sniper play. Actually, Yite might catch two. No, the soldier just gets out. So at this point, a lot of frags being traded, but just nothing significant enough to warrant a push from either side, especially not the defensive one. So at this point, it is just the waiting game as Svift. Once again, just going to go back to this river.
Yeah, bot. Yeah, peeking into this last point, not really finding anybody at all, though. This could be an aggressive peek. He sees the medic, but not able to hit the shot that he needs to, and so just going to back off. None of his team dying or anything like that, so he's going to have another opportunity for that. But, I mean, you could tell Chariz's heart maybe skipped a beat there. He could tell that was the frag movie moment, but couldn't quite hit it for bot mode, so he's going to get some more opportunities to try this. And Black Swan, I mean, really, they're just waiting for something to happen, waiting for the frags to come in on the side of Svift if they can push aggressive here or get anything. But they don't want to make a wrong move because obviously holding last. Midas hits a shot onto aim. All right, so that kind of opens things up. And Botmo going down at the exact same time to Jinx, who kind of worked his way in behind. This is a sticky situation for Svift. They need to take down some players, but Zilly gets the drop down onto the players. So great job as he gets taken down there, Skis. So no more medic on the side of Svift. Now we see some players getting in onto the second point. Black Swan, if they can get aggressive, there's no real back cap potential that they got to watch out for, so they should be A-okay in that respect. And capping off this second point, walking into middle point now.
What a play by Jinx, just somehow finding the body of the medic in that massive clump of Svift players. So excellent shots from him, and that's so crucial as Black Swan now finally able to push out a last, push out a two. They are in the mid here. Uber coming out, that's Trip. He's trying to get the pogo in, and oh, huge damage. Oh my god, everyone on Svift is so low, but not able to chase as there's actually someone in behind still. But yeah, that's Zilly. He's going to go down, and that's actually going to open it up because look at Skis' percentage. It's only on 50. It's not like they can really defend two. So Black Swan, they can, you know, put their foot on their throat and just push it to two right here. It's actually Skis. He's going to get caught out. Trip, oh, two clean rockets. Down he goes. Demo weak on the side of Svift as well. Players in at flank. But actually, oh my god, Yite. 4-5 frags. Yite just taking out everyone with the stickies and the Iron Bomber, and somehow it's just Jinx alone as an oh yeah rings out at the crowd. So Jinx, the man who made it happen before for Black Swan, opening it all up. That looked like such a great situation. Yeah. Trip's Uber was excellent, and then he just kept pushing through the flank. So much more damage. Skis going down, but Yite just doing all the work for Svift there, and all of a sudden, Black Swan, all of that, you know, progression they made throughout the map gets nullified. They're back on their two. But at this point, at least, at the very least, they did manage to take out Skis, so the Ubers here are going to be evened out. They have a chance to build that up to 100% and take it from there. Yeah,
I mean, that's the Yite DM we were talking about earlier. Now we see Svift kind of rotating around to this big door area. They are going to send a scout in behind. That's bot mode, trying to work some magic back there. We'll see what the response is from Black Swan. They got to be worried a little bit here about being sandwiched in through choke and big door. If they could get a little bit caught off guard, can't really make it out in case this fight starts going poorly. So I mean, bot mode's still just running around the back lines. Fruit's kind of hunting for him, and oh, I think he saw his foot there. Still fighting here on last, but most of Black Swan are content just to be sitting here on second. That player in behind hasn't really developed into a whole lot. Trip taking a bit of damage here, but doesn't want to commit to anything. Obviously, one wrong move for Black Swan in this situation could be bad, but Char is going down to Zilly. Oh, I didn't even see how he dropped that, but a couple of rockets just takes down the medic on the low HP. Now Trip actually could be in a really great position. Not really judging where the medic could be, but he's going to get the demo man. So Yite getting taken down there is a big pick. He managed to trade for it with the stickies and hit that 6 kill streak before he gets taken down. So, I mean, good trade by Yite. He's probably dead to rights there, but still, with him going down, this is going to be tough for Svift to really come into the second point.
Yeah, and you can see the Black Swan players, no one really in a position here except that scout. He was actually hiding in rock. Hiding so well, I couldn't even see him, and I can see through the rock. So Jinx able to come in to get that force. He's been all over Skis, so Skis terrified of what happened last time when that last shot rang off and he went down. So he's going to pop it off this time, and Jinx on the respawn screen is Svift. They are capping up 2 Uber percentage going up for Black Swan, but at this point, Svift, they could opt to go for some sort of cheeky off Uber play, but I'd imagine they're just going to buy their time, and you know, they are going to expect Black Swan here to push out as soon as they do get to that 100%. And Yite holding down in lobby, playing so well. Zilly onto Trip. That's the pocket down, and the man who's been doing so well with the Uber so far for the side of Black Swan, so it's going to be tough to push 10 more seconds until he comes up. And Svift just aggressive holding in lobby. You know, oftentimes if you know that the enemy team has Uber and you expect them to push out, you may be playing further back in River, you know, almost all the way back in 2, but Svift, they're playing it a bit more aggressively. They're watching all the doors, and it paid off there, getting that frag on the Trip.
Yeah, I mean, Black Swan, after that one frag went down, definitely don't look like they want to push out of this last point. So just getting 100% now, Skis is, and we are into this same situation we saw earlier where Black Swan are sitting on their last, and they've got some time to work with, right? Last time they managed to sneak in a couple of picks, and they were able to get off of it. So hopefully, I mean, this time for their sake, they can try that again, but we'll see. There's a couple of soldiers getting in a bit of point time. Oh, that was a nice shot by Midas, ringing out on the soldier, but they got all the point time. Where were the players?
Botmo just creeps through River, and Midas saw it, I believe, when he was, posted up watching the angle, but no one able to deal with him, and just the distraction coming in from Svift. So well played to them. They're doing these point pressure plays. That was the second time they did it in that round. The first time not paying off when High Five ran onto the point, but bot mode making it work that time. So well played to them.
Want to try to do a little bit better on these mids. Black Swan haven't won one yet. They do have a scout on point, so he's going to be trying to get some damage down on the M-Team players, deny some bombs if at all possible. Trip dropping down the slower ground, Fruit as well as Soldier pair looking for any sort of an opportunity. Now going to be jumping forward on the Demo Man and the Medic if he can get a couple of frags here or something, but High Five's already taking down Trip, and Fruit going down at the exact same time. Here are Soldiers in. We'll see if he can get anything. Aim and Bot Mode getting a couple of frags. Fruit and Jinx both taken down. That just leaves Midas and Ether running away with the Medic. Charis, if they can get out of here, they will get their Medic out alive. And Aim gets taken down by Ether as well, who hit him with a nice sticky. So they're not even necessarily done fighting on the second point. You can tell Midas just wants to go. We'll see if this pays off for him, but this could be a mistake. They pop the Uber charge off. Skis does have 100% on his. Midas maybe taking that 1v1 against the Scout, but finally Skis pops his off, and it's going to be so much later and so much longer. They will find Zilly over in Big Door, and they find High Five as well, so they're actually making a really good situation of this. Midas takes one frag there. Trip again killing himself, but Aim gets a quick frag onto Midas, and Aim all the way up in the air. It does get taken down by Fruit. It's only Yite left alive on the side of Svift.
That was so well played by Black Swan. The target selection from Midas there with the Uber was very, very impressive. He found an incredible frag, so well played to him especially. And Yite just a bit overextended playing on the bats there, opened it all up. Him going down, as you kind of mentioned, he sometimes playing a bit too far forward. So now Svift, though, they are going to be able to retake mid with the spawn advantage, just being that much closer to the point. So Black Swan, they're going to be back holding 2 again, but it was a great play from them, and this could obviously be a much worse situation had that not gone so well. And just so impressive for Midas just finding all those frags. But now Svift, they are holding mid, and both teams without Uber. Off class is not on the board, so I'm assuming at some point here, of course, we are going to be seeing the Soldier Sack coming in on the side of Svift. Pocket Scout, bot mode, just swinging away with the sword right now, building it up. Same for the side of Black Swan as the game comes to a stalemate here.
Yeah, on that middle to second now, just trying to spam down through this choke area. Trip maybe pushing forward. I mean, now both medics have 100% Uber charge, so if they want to send in some sacks, it would be the time to do it. You can get that force out onto the medic if you scare them well enough. But they're going to be sneaking a scout in behind. Maybe bot mode wants to get back there. They're going to send a soldier in as well, and they're fighting a 2v1. Great job getting the aggression down onto Fruit. Zilly and bot mode find that quick frag in the 2v1 fight. So now it's a 5v6 overall, and Swift are looking like they might want to take a couple more in here. They're going to be doing the sandwich play in onto Black Swan. They don't really have anywhere to run if the Uber goes poorly, popping it off. But again, now it's Charis who's holding on for so long. High Five's going to try to make a best of the situation, take down the Demo Man if at all possible. Ether, is he going to get taken down? Finally, but High Five took a long time to do that, and now the Uber charge just getting popped off by Charis. I mean, they're going to get that quick frag onto High Five, and still running around. Black Swan on this second point is currently got 5 players alive. Zilly bombs in on himself and just dies without getting a whole lot for it in return. So 3 alive on the side of Swift, and I think most of them are back here onto the middle point, so no longer into this fighting.
Right now, they're coming into mid, and Aim potentially overextended. He's gonna go down and choke.
Wow.
Trip, once again, Trip is just so good at covering ground on the map and getting right onto the enemy combo. He's playing so well, so Black Swan, just another exchange here. They're starting to pick it up. I mean, Svift, it looked dominant early on, and momentum carrying in from that previous map where they had, a 4-0 on Dividuct, but Black Swan, they're starting to come back here. They're starting to feel it and making it happen. Midas, Trip leading the charge, and they do have control of mid as they're now pushing it to Svift, positioning in River, but not really much to do. It's just Yite actually does get the pick on the Fruit. That can open everything up for Svift here as the Ubers popped off. They're in right now. They're getting the frags. Bot mode, cleaning up everything. High Five as well. Scout's doing so much with the Uber, and Black Swan, no. Total crumble. They all go down. The positioning, they just weren't ready for that aggression from River. And, you know, the soldiers tried to force them out there. Fruit and Trip, they were trying to get the spam off, but Yite opening it up with that pick and then just running into the scouts. I mean, just a clean fight from Swift. Just overextended.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say this is exactly the time for Black Swan to turn things around halfway through this second map, but I mean, after that performance by Swift, after that one fight where everybody gets taken down, they're going to get the second point basically for free, popping in his last point, now high five, gets a quick frag down onto Trip, and they do lose Yite somewhere. Jinx was able to find that frag sort of in the back lines, and high five, I mean, they're just doing so much damage. Zilly actually hitting these directs that he needs to hit. I think Char's just kind of chilling in spawn. He can't really do a whole lot against 5 players. Ether down the point, wanted to get something, he did get high five, but at that point, there's no players left alive on Black Swan, and Swift take it 3-0. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's gonna be 3-0 now for the Swift crew. You can see they're rolling out to the middle fight now. Yite gonna be getting here a little bit faster than Ether. He is rolling out through choke into big door. Jinx gonna be pushing forward now across this point, trying to not die here if he can, deny a couple of bombers if at all possible. They're gonna get Zilly early, that's nice, but Char is just kind of out of positioning, able to be picked up on by high five. Big bomb by Trip right on top of the medic, and does get that frag onto Skis and Aim, cleaning up everybody with a great rocket there. Trip and Jinx both getting taken down, minus the scope. 1v1 now, will he be able to win this one? He's out with a pistol, no he cannot. High five pistols him down, currently on a 3K with that mid, so excellent job by high five winning that for his team. Zilly and Yite as well managed to survive throughout that midpoint, so Skis going down as well as Charis means that it's going to be even Uber charges for both teams, but 3 alive are going to allow Swift to cap up that point. So now with that, they can continue rolling forward here. I mean, again, Black Swan, they just need to get their foot on the gas. They did sort of get it last round, like 2 minutes ago. They managed to really have their team in the driver's seat, but and just one fight, as soon as they managed to accomplish that, Swift are able to completely come in here and counteract everything that they were just able to do. So now Swift just sort of holding on this middle point. I mean, it is even Uber charges, as I've already stated, so they're going to be maybe once they get this 100%, maybe sacking some players in, trying to get some players in behind. We've seen that a lot so far from these teams. If Swift can kind of get into this big door area, get bot mode in behind, maybe get Aim or Zilly back there as well, fight a 2v1, that's exactly what they did last time. So you can see they're already positioning near this big door. Now, if they can, well, they haven't really shown their cards yet, but Fruit is watching this. So Black Swan expect this play to happen. Fruit's going to be calling it, and there we go. Bot mode, getting in behind exactly as I was predicting. So we'll see what kind of chaos he can cause in the back lines. Still high five here, wanting to push forward. It almost looks like they want to take this Uber charge fight. They did get their soldier in behind as well. That is going to be Zilly who's back there. So they haven't popped the Uber charge off yet. They haven't committed to this. Bot mode still want to get aggressive, and Zilly with a big bomb does get taken down. Doesn't manage to force the Uber charge off either. So Charis, I mean, keeping pretty high HP, 106, didn't really go down that low, but still heads up play to be able to keep that Uber charge off, stay cool, not have to force there to a bombing soldier. So yeah, still 3-0 sitting on this middle point. I mean, Swift throwing some sticky traps down and ideally not going to let Black Swan walk in here. Not a whole lot changing after that. I don't want to call it an exchange because nobody popped their Uber charge off, but a little bit of fighting. It seems like bot mode is still in behind. He hasn't really done anything. He got back in there like at least a minute ago, and he's just been running around in River, I guess, having a jolly old time. Can't really cap the point or anything on last, but still able to run around and maybe cause some distraction, put some fear in the amount of team's mind. Perfect timing, comes out into Ether, gets that frag, gonna be taken down, but a scout for a Demo Man's a trade you'll take almost every day of the week, and now big bomb in by Zilly, did get sort of denied. Midas and Trip were able to force him back out through that choke, so that leaves 2 down on the side of Swift. Without one soldier getting in, okay, well, Midas now trading for Yite. That's going to be in equalizing numbers at 4v4, but still, I think we might see things settle down once again. And Uber charge getting popped off immediately. High five, wanting to get this force right outside of Chars. Finally does, but again, it's so much better on the side of Chars. High five gonna get out through drop down, and Jinx, great job managing to chase down the medic, taking down Skis before he can escape through the big door. So still managing to keep their medic alive as well. Chars not in a good, well, not in a bad spot. Big pipe by Yite actually, be able to take down the scout who was super aggressive onto him. And this is gonna be a Swift fight here. It's just how big of a fight it's gonna be. They do lose Zilly in the end, but bot mode picks up Midas, who was the last Black Swan member remaining in that fight. So just Fruit off the respawn, still alive for them. And I mean, Swift, they did lose their medic in that fight. Skis did go down, so They should be at even Uber charges now as they're getting ready to push into this last point. But yeah, Black Swan setting up for the defense. We'll see if they want to set up any off classes as well. 10 minutes to go on that clock, just hitting that 2/3 of the way through. And I mean, it's not looking good for Black Swan. This is do or die for them. Obviously, if they lose this map, they are out of the tournament. And with it being 3-0 in 9 minutes and they're back on their last, that's the biggest issue in my mind. If they were like fighting on mid right now, this is certainly winnable for them. But I mean, you're already back on your last. Swift, if they want to, they could even just hold. There's some cap time being put down on second. It's Jinx just standing on. He's going to have to fight a Scout 2v1, and this is a tall order. He does get one frag, so managed to trade 1-for-1. Jinx for high five means that this is going to be a 5v5 push into last. As Yite is going to get that crits popped off on him and perfectly executed on the medic. He gets a second one onto Fruit as well, hitting the pipes he needs to. The Scout just jumping around on him, but Trip Mize both getting taken down, and now Yite is standing on this point. They can tell there's demoing down below, but not gonna matter. Great crits play by Yite to make it a 4-0 match. Gonna be coming out to this next mid fight now, and Black Swan at this point, there's not a lot of time left on the clock. 9 minutes remaining. It's been 4-0. They haven't gotten a single round off Swift this entire match, even in the first map on Viaduct and now here on Gullywash as well. They've just been struggling. They've had their moments of glory. They've definitely been winning a couple of fights, but really just not in the right order and not at the same time. So see players on the side of Black Swan getting pretty aggressive actually this time. Trip in a 1v1 with a Scout does manage to win this one. This is actually going really well for them. Fruit came up that drop down and managed to get so many players with just that one rocket. Yite managed to clean up on him, but that was a full wipe on the side of Swift. So Black Swan, excellent job on that mid-fight, finally turning around. You know, they have a lot to go at this point. It's still only 4-0, or it's still 4-0. So it's a mountain to climb, but if they were going to climb it, that's the exact start they needed. So push into the last point. This is going to be well, it should be their round to get. They're going to have a huge Ubercharge advantage. This should be a fight that they're ready to win, but Swift going to be coming up with those off classes as well. All right, they're hoping to maybe get stall up this Ubercharge or pop it off early, or maybe get some sort of a miracle play. I mean, it's going to be a little bit tough with that, but after getting taken down by Yite, that is a good sign if you're the defenders. Losing your demo man so early. I think he just walked into a sticky trap, and Yite gets another one onto Trip. I mean, his DM is incredible. Fruit in this lobby area does get the one pick onto Zilly, but I'm not sure it's going to matter a whole lot. This is already a push that's going so poorly. Now they are going to get another frag on an aim, but Botmo just comes in and cleans up on the soldier aggression there. So that's 2 down on each side, and really if you're attacking here for Black Swan, that's not exactly what they wanted. It is about even Uber charges, and with 2 players still going down on the side of Swift, there's not a whole lot that they can do in terms of pushing out. But 4-0, every second that ticks down on that clock, it's a second in favor of Swift. Black Swan, they can't really be having these even pushes where things just reset. They can't really be doing this thing where, oh, we'll just you know, sit at the same position we were at 2 minutes ago, because if they do that, a clock's going to run out at some point, and it's not even just that they need to get this round in 7 minutes, they need to get 4 rounds in 7 minutes, and that's just such a tall order at this point. It's going to be really tough for them. But this round is definitely doable. Midas getting sniped by bot mode. Again, that's going to stall out their push. It's going to make it so much longer. They want to accomplish it. They don't care, though. They know time is not on their side. They're just going to run in 5v6, hoping to do their best here, get the gun. But it took quite a while to be able to get that one. They do shoot aim out of the air, so great job by Jinx to be able to get that one. But finally, Swift after pop their Uber charge off. And I mean, this is so late. Now they can just clean up on frags. The medic already taken down. Cherish getting killed. Jinx as well. Trip with a big bomb in, and he's hitting a lot of rockets that he needs to, but not enough to get any frags. That was actually a really nice one at there with the pipe on a high 5, but I don't think it matters. His whole team has died, and at this point, Black Swan are just having such an issue trying to get in onto this point. You can tell, I mean, Yite has put so many stickies on it. They're very cautious at this very moment. So it is a pretty big Ubercharge advantage in terms of Swift. It's about 50-40%. So with that, they might choose to push out here. It depends if they can. They'll probably take a look at it, get a little bit aggressive as soon as they get that Uber charge off. And as long as they don't lose too many players, they can easily come in and get that push out on a second. But until now, I mean, they're just going to be opting to build this Uber charge up as fast as they can. They're going to get tripped, so that's a good start to them. But losing bot mode, making it a 5-on-5, still nice stickies. But high 5 is actually the one to claim the kill onto Jinx, and the drop coming out. Skis gonna lose that one as Fruit gets the frag on him, and now Midas is standing on the point. Zilly gonna try to block it. There's 3 players here. That back cap's never gonna happen. Poorly timed by the spy, but I appreciate the execution. So Charles is going to be able to stay alive after this. You can see he's still out here on second point, so he's going to have large Ubercharge advantage. But because Swift won that fight, because there was that spy play that happened, they might be able to come out here onto the second point. I mean, they've already gotten a little bit of time on for the last, so they got to watch out for the back cap here. But, I mean, 5 minutes remaining, and Black Swan still haven't gotten their first round.
Yes, hello, I'm back. Finally, on the gas. But technical difficulties, but I'm back here. So, Swift holding their last after Black Swan, just a great minute. Oh, bomb mode. So good on the sniper, and oh my god, that makes a second frag for him. But Black Swan somehow recovering to actually get the frag onto Zilly, and Skeeves down, so Black Swan potentially to get the first target. Oh, Midas with the melee kill, going for a second with the high five. Still think you're funny, man. Black Swan and Swift are pushing out to 2 now. The Black Swan, they're getting the spawns. They could definitely contest this. Yeah, they're coming into the big door right on the high 5. He's going to get caught out. You can see Swift players long gone. He's alone here, and he is going to go down to 1v1, 1 from Jinx. And now Black Swan, 4 minutes left on the clock. Soldier coming in. They have to get that frag, but yike, huge damage coming in. Oh, it skis onto Cherish with the arrow. Down he goes. Fruit trading them frags in. Trip actually as well. These Black Swan soldiers are just so good. And look at the aggression. It's just one up in the last. Yike goes down. Trip is going to get the cap, and that's the first round for Black Swan.
Ooh, there's still a scout here. He's not able to do it. And Trip just finishes off in the post game with a nice rocket on a high 5. So finally they get that one. You can tell they're pretty happy with that round. Excellent, they were able to get it, and the emotionless faces of Swift as well. So I mean, even when they were winning, that was the exact same face. But 4-1 now, 3:42 on that clock. So at this point, 3 rounds. Yeah, that's possible, but I mean, they need to have a way faster round than that last one was. I mean, the last one, they were just stuck on last for so long. So we'll see how this mid goes for them. Still Soldiers bombing in aggressively. High 5, not able to find anything there in the enemy team's choke. Fruit taken down as well. Aim on this lower area. Going to be coming up for the bomb, but find a lot of scouts. Getting the rockets that he needs to. One onto the medic, and Char's cleaned up by Zilly, so excellent job by Swift so far. They've only lost 2 so far, and there's just 2 left alive. Midas gets taken down, but they get the frag onto Yite, so it's just one demo man here. Ether fighting the scout with the pistol out. Bot mode is going to be able to win that one. So Fruit's off the respawn, but Swift, I think they might have just cleaned up or finished off this game.
He's approving of the bot mode 90 LG pistol. Swift taking this mid, and Black Swan. Ether trying his best. He's connecting so many pipes. Just these projectile classes. So many players on Black Swan really impressing. Fruit, he's going to try to defend here from River. Onto the Soldier, huge damage in. Fruit doing his best to distract and open it up for the team. Black Swan, they want to contest this, but they have to be careful. Skis has 100% charge. Fruit still in, connecting rockets and trying to get the air shot through the wall, but actually 2 down. Black Swan getting the picks.
Yeah, Char's got the Ubersaw kill on the Yite, so that's going to bring him basically up to 100% now as he's healing this player up. Still, they're going to get Trip and Fruit both getting taken down. High 5 and Aim get those 2 quick rockets. And there's another one. Jinx actually runs forward, gets onto Aim. And so now Skis is in a lot of trouble. High 5 is up, but he's nowhere near his medic. Finally reconnects with the rest of his team, but he's still supercharge off. So they're going to try to get this one. Jinx gets the pistol frag down onto Yite. Midas actually ended up cleaning that one off. Here comes a Soldier, big bomb in, looking for this medic. He hit the first rocket, but wasn't able to find the second one. Charis does get taken down by Zilly, though, so the other Soldier able to come in and clean that one up. Still scouts running all over the place here. Only 2 down from the side of Swift, though, and they've managed to come out onto the second point, clean things up, and do even better. I mean, Bot was just running forward. He's got the help of Aim, doing so much damage, and High 5 gets that final frag onto Fruit, making it a full wipe for a Black Swan. Minute 30 on that clock. Definitely in garbage time. If we weren't before, we certainly are now. So Swift, they're going to try to close it out 5-1. Obviously, they got a long day at Tier 2 out in front of them, so they can't be turning it off now. They want to take it serious the whole time. There's a Pyro out to try to make something happen. That's Charis. Trip is now playing medic for Black Swan. The heavy was very aggressive, and that play didn't work out for them. They've gotten some time on point now. Zilly's sort of standing on it, but Trip, the medic in that lower area. Fruit taken down. It is going to be a 5-1 game with 1 minute left on the clock, going in favor of Swift. And with that, it is going to be 2 maps in the best of 3 going in favor of Swift. So that's the first of potentially 4 games that Swift will have to play here on day 3, the final day